right. Who authorized this hit piece against Rihanna? And what is going on? If you guys don't know, Rihanna just had her baby girl. She is hugged up, loved up, literally. 2 boys, a girl, and she got ASAP Rocky. She seems to be loving motherhood. However, there are reports now that LVHM, that is a parent company of 80% of the luxury brands, is very unhappy with Rihanna, and they want to divest to the point of $36 million, which makes me think, do you think this is their way of trying to get her into the album or get back to work? But all jokes aside, everybody's been talking about this. And to me, it really honestly does sound like some sort of hit piece, because listen to these facts and see how they kind of don't make sense. First of all, if you want to let me know that Fenty Beauty is not doing well, you cannot convince me. Everybody I know got Fenty Beauty stuff. Everybody I know, even when you go to Sephora, the Fenty counter is always the one you got to be like, excuse me, excuse me, excuse me. If you expect me to believe Skims is worth $4 billion and they just got a store, and Fenty Beauty, the beauty thing that changed the shape of the game, is in trouble, yeah, okay. But listen to what they're saying. They're saying LVMH is looking to sell 50% of its stake in Rihanna's Fenty Beauty, and her business empire may be feeling the pressure. Rihanna's billion-dollar business world might be heading for some turbulence. Media takeout. I know what y'all saying. Tisa, media takeout. But first of all, media takeout be knowing some things. And other people, right? And other firms are actually reporting this too. Media takeout has learned that luxury powerhouse LVMH, Louis Vuitton, Moet Hennessy. I'm not pronouncing it. I'm pronouncing it with my American accent. Yes, I know that's not the way you say it, but until they can say my name without a French accent, no. The global giant door behind Dior, Fendi, and LV is planning to sell its 50% ownership stake in Fenty Beauty. According to insiders, LVMH has bought on investment bank Encore to oversee the sale, with early talks already underway. The deal, if completed, could reshape Rihanna's entire beauty empire and come at a time when her business may be facing tougher financial situations than before. Now, here's the thing. I don't see this as this is Rihanna's problem. LVHM, through all those designer brands, has gotten hit. Why? Because most designer brands are now charging us an arm and a leg, and they still look like Fashion Nova. The quality's not there. The interesting looks are there. The only person that's really doing something that you're just like, oh my God, that's worth $20,000, I think, is Tom Ford. And of course, a bunch of independent designers. Now get this. They said back in 2017, Rihanna launched Fenty Beauty with its in-house beauty incubator, Kindle Brands, marking one of the most historic collaborations in beauty history. Together, they changed the industry, inclusivity, this, that, and the third. The brand exploded in popularity, reportedly pulling in $450 million in sales in 2024, with analysts valuing the company between $1 billion and $2 billion. But now, sources tell Media Takeout that LVMH is ready to cash out. Insiders, believe the company wants to refocus on its luxury heritage brands as the global beauty sector faces mounting financial headwinds. Well, listen, we knew this was coming. Again, this seems like a hit piece on Rihanna instead of what it really sounds like, that LVHM is in trouble and they are selling one of their higher earners to make money. Now, why would they pick Rihanna Fenty? Because to me, it sounds like they are trying to be like, okay, they don't want the poors shopping there anymore. They want to be literally, and I think it's a mistake, they want to be shopping so that people are buying $160 LV lipsticks, that they're buying $180 LV blushes. This actually exists. Fenty, again, they're trying to say, okay, we're having trouble. And they don't see they're having trouble because nobody wants to buy their boring shit. So they're looking at all their mid-price brands like Fenty and saying, you know what, let's dump it and let's go pure luxury. Because at the end of the day, we can try to sell 6 Fenty lipsticks, or we can just sell 1 LV lipstick and get the same profit. Actually, even more, because how much does 1 lipstick actually cost to make? That's what's going on here, I think. They said while Rihanna's star power remains untouchable, her business portfolio may be feeling the effects of the changing economy. Industry analysts say the beauty brands across US and China, 2 of Fenty's biggest markets, are struggling with slower sales and lower consumer spending. Again, this is for all beauty brands. You saw that e.l.f. bought Hailey Bieber's Rhode and they had huge losses. what was it? Kylie Cosmetic. I still think that's a scheme set up by Todd. Most beauty, even rare beauty, everybody is feeling the rollback because at the end of the day, nobody has on the regular $50 for a blush that's just like the $12 blush they bought in CVS. Fenty is unique because it's kind of middle of the road. It's definitely not drugstore prices, but it's not that much more expensive than drugstore. And yes, because I was just in the drugstore and I'm like, why is foundation $18 in the drugstore? So foundation is $18 in the drugstore and Fenty foundation is $38. You see what I'm saying? It's luxury, it's better quality, but it is nowhere near what the LVHM other brands, pure luxury, are actually charging. So basically, this is so stupid. This is how LVHM got in the problem in the first place. Gucci and them were like, we don't want poor people buying our stuff. They literally said that. So they raised the price of all their luxury goods so normal people couldn't have it and only people that truly had the wealth could have it. Now we see it blew up in their face and that's why nobody's buying it, because why is a pair of plastic shower shoes $800? And the reason why it's such lack of creativity that it just looks so bad and so lackluster. Why would anybody spend money on that? They also said the challenges don't stop there. The CEO of Rihanna's lingerie line, Savage by Fenty, resigned in August 2024 to take over Victoria's Secret. Since then, reports suggest that Savage Fenty sales have also softened as shoppers cut back on luxury and lifestyle spending. I can see that, but everybody's broke and nobody got money. And even though Victoria's fashion show was cute with the new CEO and it finally made a comeback, is anybody shopping in Victoria's Secret? No. The only thing we know about Victoria's Secret is as we walk by the companion scent store, we are all gagging on Love Spell by Victoria's Secret. That mess is strong. They said it's not that Rihanna's brands are failing, far from it, but the financial climate has shifted dramatically since her early billionaire boom years, and now the global superstar is feeling the pinch. They are saying that Rihanna could take full control of Fenty. Despite the shakeup, Rihanna still owns 50% of Fenty Beauty, meaning she could buy back LVMH's share and take full control of the brand. Some people say that might be what she's going to do. They said Rihanna built this ground from the ground up. LVHM might be leaving, but Fenty is Rihanna. Whatever happens next, she will be fine. Listen, they're saying that LVM's potential exit and the broader beauty industry slowdown could test just how strong the Fenty effect really is. But knowing Rihanna, she's likely listen, this isn't, first of all, it's weird that LVHM is trying to spin this, because they're the ones putting this out, is trying to spin this, and this is in fashion magazines and everything, that this is Rihanna and something wrong with Rihanna. LVHM is in trouble. And the way they've decided to deal with all, because Fenty is performing just fine. The way that they've decided to deal with all of their disappointments from their actual designer lines is by cutting anything that regular people can access, accessible luxury, and going into pure luxury. Good luck with that. Regardless, Rihanna will be fine. I'm sure there are people lining up. But again, this seems like a bit of a hit piece. I will say one thing. You think Rihanna read this and she's like, I'm getting to work on the album? Probably not. She probably on Twitter right now on her burner account cursing us all out for asking for one. But honestly, yeah. What y'all think? Y'all think Rihanna's empire is in trouble? I don't see how. I honestly don't see how, but you never know. Time will tell. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.